Hey guys, how's it going? It's been quite a while since I last did a review, but these new Spider-Man sets for 2019 just dropped on December 1st, and while you probably already saw a lot of them at this point, I figured they were definitely still worth a discussion, maybe a review or two, because they're actually really cool. Starting with the Spider Mech versus Venom, the set number for this one being 76115. The recommended ages are 8 and up, along with a piece count of 604, while the price point is $49.99. This is easily the best out of the entire new wave for a number of reasons that I'll get into in just a second here, but apparently these minifigures and some of these builds will actually be making their way into an animated TV special airing on some network somewhere next spring, so we'll see how that goes. But I just want to really quickly apologize for the lighting throughout this video. It's not going to look too great, as you might have already noticed. I haven't really been fully set up for proper reviews since Avengers Infinity War this past spring, so still kind of working on that setup. Just been mostly showcases and other videos the last 6 months here, but hopefully you'll bear with me. I really appreciate you guys taking a minute to check out this set with me, especially today when I think the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer just dropped this morning. I don't actually know yet because I'm pre-recording, but if it did, hopefully it was awesome, and hopefully we can talk about it in the comments or something, and yeah. Let's get started though. Alright, this is easily the greatest original style Spider-Man LEGO has ever produced. I mean, this take on Spider-Man's classic look, is just amazing. This is a quality minifigure. The new updated designs are so great. You'll notice here with the new eyes and the new lenses, the layers within those lenses, the surrounding webbing, the new spider symbol. It's new to me anyway. I don't recognize it from anywhere else. All the webbing surrounding that on the chest, the muscles that are printed on top of the additional bits of blue printing on the torso there. Obviously the symbol on the back here is also really great, and the webbing continuing onto the back here along with the back of the head. And of course you'll notice that we do also have double molded boots, which is phenomenal, and honestly if you ask me, this Spider-Man really could not have gone without them. And it's still really funny, and I mention this all the time, how we get double molded boots for a brand new Spider-Man minifigure, but we can't get them for the big name characters like Captain Marvel and so many others. I really do think that's a shame, but at least classic Spidey here got them, and I really do love the use of the standard blue here. This is really, I think, as good as a classic Spider-Man minifigure is going to get for many years to come. Unfortunately, the new Venom doesn't really bring nearly as much to the table, which I think is a little bit of a bummer. I think LEGO could have gotten creative and done something with the legs, some kind of printing, because this really isn't too much of a step up at all from the original Venom minifigure. And honestly, if you ask me, I think the mouth looks even more awkward this time around. I'm not really feeling that mouth design. It definitely looks a little odd, and the eyes I don't think work as well as the original either. Maybe it's just me. I just still personally prefer the first Venom that came in that set. I think it was in 2013 with Nick Fury, who also debuted in that set. But I mean, this is still not bad. Just I don't think it's really much of an improvement. You can see there's the printing on the back. Otherwise, there really isn't a whole lot going on with this new Venom. Our third minifigure, Spider-Gwen, finally making her debut in this set after all these years. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but really, definitely does the job nonetheless. You'll notice, of course, we do have the iconic white hood for Spider-Gwen. If we go ahead and remove it though, to give you a better look at the printed elements here, the eyes are pretty simple but do the job, along with we do have these webbing elements here on the top corners of the torso design there, and then they do continue onto the back of the torso here. Otherwise, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, and you can make out the rest for yourself. So I think that if LEGO had gotten a bit more creative, kind of like Venom, and maybe done something on the arms or legs, it would have been that much better. But for the first Spider-Gwen minifigure ever, this is pretty great. Dude, after 14 years, Aunt May makes her return. We haven't had a new Aunt May minifigure since Spider-Man 2 in 2004. It's been well over a decade, and she's looking great, man. Check out that medium blue sweater with a more intricate printed design than that of Venom or Spider-Gwen also in this set. That design continuing onto the back of Aunt May's torso, along with the hairpiece that you would come to expect for her. I think she had the same hairpiece in the LEGO Marvel games, if I'm not mistaken. She's got ice cream, but too bad. Okay, or let's just dismantle my entire setup. That's fine too. We'll just pretend like that didn't happen. The printed face looks pretty great. I'm pretty sure that's new as far as I'm aware. If we go ahead and remove the hairpiece though and turn it around, we can go ahead and see that she does also have an alternative facial expression where she's freaking out because she doesn't have her cane to beat Dr. Octopus with. But that is it for all the minifigures in this set. For the most part, as you just saw, they're pretty awesome. Dude, look at that face. She's like freaking out. I mean, she needs like Stan Lee to comfort her. Look at them. Look at the pair of them. Okay. Now, before we talk about the two main builds, I do want to cover some of the smaller accessories included. So Spider-Gwen actually does come with their very own hoverboard, of course, and this, unlike most accessory vehicles we get in sets like these, is actually really awesome. As you can see, completely matching the color scheme of Spider-Gwen herself, along with an emblem, actually a sticker of her emblem on the top of this main white surfboard piece here, which looks really, really cool. You also have stickers of the same similar design on these panels here, and then inverted on the opposite side here. Those are hooked in and can be adjusted pretty much any way you want, which is definitely really great. Same can be said for these stud shooters, which are linked into this standard black modified brick on the bottom there, and those can be adjusted going pretty much almost a full 360 if you just adjust these panels a little bit. So that's definitely really great. You have a lot of posability here with just this small little piece. And of course, if you don't know how stud shooters work, you just push down on the gray lever piece on the top and they fire like so, and that went completely off my studio and is gone forever. So I'm pulling from the extra pieces piled to reload, and yeah, this is definitely a really fantastic additional little build. And we do also get a wide variety of brand new web pieces, which are of course compatible with other LEGO elements and grippable by LEGO minifigures. This larger version here is pretty much almost like a web shield, if you will, with a couple of grippable bars on the top and bottom. And just really quick to have Spider-Man here to demonstrate, you can see what I mean right there, along with a bar on I think what you would consider to be the front or back, or whatever you would like, right there as well. And this is actually meant to be loaded onto the Spider Mech with that little bar there. So you take a couple of these provided studs, connect those onto that bar piece, and then you load that onto the Spider Mech's main gun. Same for this slightly smaller variation here. This one does not have the same bars along the rim, but still does have one on the back here as well, which is still really great and still a phenomenal piece. And then you just attach those same studs to the back, and this one also gets loaded onto the Spider Mech. And then we do also have these slightly smaller web pieces here, and you get a couple of these, one of which is actually meant for Spider-Gwen. You get these two pieces, which I'm sure you have seen before, for LEGO minifigures to grip onto accessories like this. And then you do have a couple bars on the front and back of this one. So if you just go ahead and connect these two pieces to the back, you can go ahead and give it to Spider-Gwen, which is definitely pretty great, of course, and looks pretty awesome. So we'll just set all of those aside, and along with this one as well, because it is the exact same piece. And these I'm pretty sure we've already seen before in several sets previously in the last year, just never, I don't think, in this straight white. They've always been in a trans blue, trans orange, trans red, green, whatever colors LEGO has provided for recent superhero sets, but I think this is the first time getting them in straight white for webbing as far as I am aware. And then we do also get these as well, which are really great, and I think definitely look like webs, and you can see they are grippable on the top and bottom as well with those same minifig compatible bars. And just to really quick demonstrate exactly what I mean there, if Spider-Man would actually grip onto it, that would be really great. Thanks, man. There you go. You can see that there, and of course you can pose that however you like within the minifigure's hand. I'm not going to do it here because it's not cooperating, but we'll set those aside, even though they are definitely really awesome. I don't know what this is. I'll be completely honest with you. These are like spider pom-poms. That's pretty much, it's the same exact design as those from the collectible minifigures. That was the only thing that came to mind here. I'll be completely honest with you. Obviously, I'm probably sounding really cringeworthy to those of you who know exactly what this piece is. I personally don't, but it is grippable inside that, singular side of it there, along with the middle portion, if I can get him to release it and connect there. So whatever that is, it's included with the set and is also a brand new web piece, and that is pretty much all the new web pieces included with this new wave of Spider-Man sets. Now, finally moving on to the builds in this set, of course, you can already see with the Spider Mech here how a lot of those web pieces are integrated into the design, and this mech, while not nearly as cool as Venom's, is still pretty great for a number of reasons. Obviously, articulation being one of them. We'll start there. With this Venom Mech, Spider Mech, same thing. They're both spider people. You'll notice that you can get some pretty sick moves out of this, man. You got ball joints everywhere. You can get some serious dance moves out of these mechs. It is phenomenal. The articulation LEGO is able to integrate into some of these designs, and they really work well for playability. Obviously, as you can tell, not really breaking anywhere, and it's very, very sturdy. And obviously, that entire range of articulation includes ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, that goes for both arms, ball jointed thighs, and ball jointed ankles also goes for both legs, and that allows for quite a bit of posability, as you've already been able to see. Now let's try to get him back into a slightly more reasonable pose. I probably won't be able to do it. Here we go. That looks kind of okay, I guess. Ta-da. There we go. That's actually the name of my dog. Wait, there we go. Fix that foot. That's perfect. I guess. Anyway, you'll notice also that there are a wide ranging variety of stickers just on this single mech alone. We've got a sticker here on the forearm there, same sticker over here on the right arm, along with a couple of the same stickers on either thigh piece here and here. We've got stickers on the toes, exact same piece, and I just realized that I accidentally inverted those and they're not the same. Whoops. And then also on the back, we've got no stickers and just plates. So that's actually all the stickers. I thought there were more. Oh yeah, there's one sticker right there on the center with the same spider emblem. So that's pretty great, man. Now to get onto actual playability features, I don't know why I tossed Spider-Man back there, but we can go ahead and lift up these like web bars, and then you'll notice inside, I guess, or just where those two studs are, we've got a couple analog sticks along with a couple available studs for the minifigure to be positioned. And so what's really great is you don't even have to really adjust the minifigure at all, and the analog sticks fit into the minifigure's hands pretty well. I know that is always definitely frustrating with some of these analog sticks. I know that is definitely really frustrating with some of these analog sticks in other sets when you really have to adjust them for a while to get them into the minifigure's hands. That is not the case here, which I think is definitely pretty great. Then those bars just fold over and you've got Spidey inside, which is definitely pretty awesome. And then the actual playability features, aside from the articulation and getting the minifigure in place, you'll notice, as I mentioned a second ago with the webs, we do have this main gun on the left arm here, and this is actually just using a standard stud shooter, as you might have already noticed. So again, you push down on the gray lever, and it fires. I should probably put Venom... Sorry, I just bumped the camera. I should probably put Venom right there, and here we go. You ready? Push down, I missed. But you know what's great? You remember the smaller version of that piece? I have to put the studs back on again. You just put those on, reload, and we fire again. You ready? Here we go. Boom. He didn't go down. Well, you know what's also great? We've got these things. These spider things, which are actually a really cool piece, and you can take those off of those jumper plates and then load these up into the stud shooter and try again. You ready to go? All right, boom, missed again. At least it didn't fly off my studio. You ready to go? Again, one more time. End game. Well, I guess we failed. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty great. And then if I can get this whole mech to stop breakdancing, you'll also notice that we do have this entire spider claw, which is great and adjustable, and you can rotate it, and you have all these different hinges which allow for it to completely open all the way up, just like so. And if we go ahead and take Venom and just get him into, I guess, kind of like a pose like he's in peril or something, you can kind of clamp or the entire thing can collapse. You can kind of clamp him in place like that. And then you can kind of get him in place like this. There we go. And it works pretty well. So that is pretty much it for the Spider Mech. That didn't quite go as planned, but I think I've pretty much touched on everything. It's actually a lot better than I was expecting. Are there stickers on the back of the feet? No, there's not. Okay, cool. Holy crap, Venom's mech, though. This is honestly just amazing. And wait, that's my custom Venom. This is honestly just amazing and way better than I was expecting, and way bigger than I was expecting too. This is a fantastic build with a similar level of articulation, but a lot bigger and a lot more intimidating. As you can see here, we've got this printed dome piece with Venom's eyes on there. That is not a sticker, which is really great, but unfortunately the entire chest is made up of stickers underneath there, so that's okay and understandable though, and really doesn't detract from the entire build, but still worth pointing out. Something broke off. Oh, wait, no, that was just Venom falling over. Now, like I said earlier, Venom is known to, pretty much grow to this size with the symbiote, but that is not the case here, as this is legit a mech, like some kind of mechanical mech, because it's got analog sticks on the top, just like Spidey's. So we'll go ahead and take Venom here, and we'll just try to put him right there in that 2x2 available space. And unlike the Spider Mech, you do have to adjust those analog sticks a little bit to get them in place. If you can see that at all, maybe a little bit. No, that's okay. yeah, but what's really great here is obviously you'll notice the mech stands up really well, and you have a similar level of articulation like I mentioned. So we have ball jointed shoulders here as well. You have the same ball jointed elbows. You actually have a swivel on the wrist here, which is really great, and that does go for both hands, and that's also really awesome. Of course, these additional little symbiote pieces can be adjusted and rotated however you would like, and obviously with the 4 individual fingers being able to open and close, just like Venom, you can grab Spider-Man, but I don't really have him on hand, so we'll take Spider-Gwen this time, and you can pretty much grip onto whatever minifigure you would like, and it makes for some really fantastic playability, I think. And then also you do have some articulation with the thighs, except these are not ball jointed. These have those clicking joints, whatever they're called again. I should probably look it up on Bricklink for future reviews. These do show up quite a lot, but you get some great articulation out of those, still pretty much the exact same as ball joints, just obviously a little bit more clunky, which is understandable. It keeps the whole build in place because they're a little bit stronger, and yeah, that additional rigid restrictive motion doesn't allow for it to collapse, which is awesome. And then you'll also notice we have some articulation with the feet, and these are also kind of like a similar joint. You've probably seen these pieces before, and so they actually make a much louder clicking noise as you spin them around and rotate them and reposition them, but they're still pretty great. I think, yeah, even the toes are adjustable, so there's really no way for this thing to fall over so easily unless you really do a stupid pose. So unless we do something like this, the whole thing will indeed stay upright, and it's pretty great. It will stay upright, and it's pretty great. And you'll notice we do also have his mouth being wide open here. We've got a ton of teeth attached to his mouth, which is really, really cool. I'm not even showing you that. There you go. You can see what I'm talking about again. And the tongue is also adjustable and articulated in 2 different places. It can be rotated right there at the mouth, and then also further down the tongue here with this standard spike piece. You've seen all these pieces before. Not a whole lot of new and unique pieces here aside from the webs. I mean, these are new to me anyway. But yeah. Oh my God, that is it, guys, for these 2 builds. They are phenomenal. Did I show you the back of the mech? There it is. You just make sure I'll give you a good, nice 360 of these 2 sets. Something fell off. That was a toe, probably. Please stand up. Right there. Okay, great. And then we'll just get the Spider Mech back over here. And now the big, giant question. I forgot Aunt May. We have Aunt May. There you go. She's there in peril with her ice cream. Is this set worth $50? Absolutely. This is really great. If Aunt May wasn't included, if we didn't get that extra minifigure, I would say maybe, but yeah, no, this is definitely worth $50. This is a phenomenal set. Absolutely pick this one up for the amazing new updated Spider-Man, the new updated Venom, the first Spider-Gwen, and the first Aunt May since 2004, the awesome new web pieces, the new hoverboard. This is a complete package and absolutely worth it. So do consider picking this one up. This is one of LEGO's best Spider-Man sets in a while, I think, and I am very impressed. And now we're finally going to go ahead and take a look at the box and the instruction manual and start to wrap up this video. All right, now I know this may be shocking to some of you and you may not believe me, but the box is in fact a box. And what's interesting about this box is that this is the first box for Spider-Man that doesn't actually have the superhero's logo. Everybody's been making a big deal out of that for no reason. I personally don't care. You just get this larger Spider-Man graphic over here instead, and it honestly looks really cool. And then you'll see on the top here, we've got Spider-Man sporting the actual size reference, and then we've also got that Spider-Man. I don't know what that's from, to be completely honest with you. That just looks like a generic Spider-Man that you'd see at Universal Studios. And then over here on the back, we also have all the features that I just went over, hopefully, and some pretty nice graphics of them battling. There's Roxxon Corporation back there. That's it, man. Lego.com/Marvel Superheroes. I've never visited that webpage once in my life. The grand finale, the instruction manuals, is not that exciting. There's nothing going on in here. We don't even have advertisements. I want to be advertised to in these instruction manuals, Lego. What is going on here? You get to the back and there's just this. Lego Life. Who plays Lego Life? And then you have this parts list on the back. And that's it, man. That's literally it. The most disappointing instruction manual. And that's also it for this video. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go to bed. Okay, and there you go, guys. That is it for my review on the Spider Mech versus Venom set. Thank you so much for making it this far. I know it got a little bit lengthy here, and I also realized, like I said at the start of the video, the lighting was less than perfect, of course, because I am using some red construction paper. You got some shadows here. I've got a really bad new ceiling light in this house, and I also don't have any daylight coming through the window because it is currently 3 a.m. So I really do apologize for the wonky lighting throughout the video. And again, thanks for making it this far. And otherwise, if you did enjoy the review, maybe found it informative, if I helped you in deciding as to whether or not you do want to pick up this set this holiday season for either you or somebody in your family, let me know by dropping this video a like below and or your opinion on this set, anything you might like or dislike about it, anything you agree with or disagree with that I said throughout the video, any mistakes I made, because I'm always prone to make plenty of mistakes. It's pretty much my staple at this point on the channel. And yeah, but this is easily, as I've said throughout the video, the best of the entire lineup and definitely worth that 50 bucks, I think. And otherwise, yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. And I'm working on a ton of new projects. I always mention this stuff at the end of my videos. Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2, working on wrapping him up pretty soon for his own solo showcase. The next Clone Wars 10th anniversary showcase featuring custom water slide decal clone troopers from AV Figures is coming up really soon here, along with more Clone Wars minifigures to come in 2019. The MCU first 10 years showcases will potentially be continuing this month. If not, you'll be seeing more of them in 2019. 2018 is almost over here, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to cram in this December. But on top of that, the Spider-Man PS4 Advanced Suit is also on the list. A couple Aquaman figures to come, along with the Avengers 4 showcase this April. So it is going to be quite a lot, a pretty exciting time. I'm going to see if I'll be able to somehow pull all of it off, and you can see all the progress for each and every minifigure first over on my Patreon if you want to consider supporting the channel. That is always the best access to all of my work. Otherwise, of course, I always do post preview photos a little bit closer to the showcases over on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, which are always fun to make and show to you guys. So other than that, that is it for this video, guys. Again, thank you so much for making it all the way to the end here. Hopefully I'll catch you in the bloopers, and I'll see you next time. All right, and I'm gonna go watch an Avengers Endgame trailers 50 more times, so I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye. So there was, oh, my entire set's collapsing. The construction paper fell over. That's no good. Well, great. Now these shots aren't going to look consistent. The Spider Mech versus Venom. September the 7th. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to get demonetized? Spider Mech versus Venom. September. Easily the greatest custom. This is not a custom, Ross. Been doing too many showcases, man. A review or two, and I love ball jointed, like ankles. You know, the anatomy there, and you can make some pretty sick poses, like that, like amputation, and have a freaking party, man. It's great. Oh yeah, there's one more playability feature I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, one more playability feature I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, one more playability feature I forgot to mention. Alright, I give up. I'm done.